I used to rehearse conversations in my head for hours before making a simple phone call. I would rewrite text messages 15 times before hitting send. And the worst part, I thought confidence was something you either had or you did not, like being tall or having blue eyes. I was wrong. Today I am going to show you how to build unshakable confidence without pretending to be someone you are not. No fake it till you make it nonsense. Just real science backed strategies that actually work. And by the end of this video, you will have a clear roadmap to transform your self doubt into genuine self assurance. First, we need to destroy a myth. Confidence is not about being loud, extroverted, or never feeling fear. Dr. Ivan Joseph, who has trained thousands of athletes, defines self confidence. Dr. Ivan Joseph, who has trained thousands of athletes, defines self confidence as the ability to believe in yourself to accomplish any task, no matter the odds, no matter the difficulty, no matter the adversity. Notice what's missing: faking it, pretending it, performing it, which is the norm. Real confidence is an integral skill you develop through repetition and self awareness, which perfectly aligns with our 4Q framework here at Discover Yourself. We are talking about the health quotient, which is your physical presence and energy, your intelligence quotient, your competence and skill mastery, the EQ, which is emotional quotient, your self talk and emotional regulation, SQ, the spiritual quotient, which is your values and authentic identity. When these four work together, confidence becomes inevitable. Here is why most confidence advice leaves you feeling worse. Problem number one: the attitude first trap. We are told just think positive or visualize success. But research by Emily Jensen shows that changing your attitude without changing your behavior creates cognitive dissonance. You end up feeling like a fraud. Problem number two: the comparison game. Social media shows us everyone's highlight reel. You are comparing your behind the scene to their final cut. That's not a fair fight. Problem number three: the overnight transformation myth. Confidence is not built in a weekend workshop or a 5-minute morning routine. It's built through consistent small actions over time. Sound familiar? If you have tried affirmations that fell hollow or forced yourself to be bold only to crash afterwards, you are not broken. You just needed a better framework. Let me give you 5 concrete pillars that build real confidence. I want you to pick one to start with today, not all 5. Progress over perfection. Pillar number 1: repetition creates certainty. It's a combination of sharpening your health quotient and intelligence quotient. Confidence comes from evidence. When you have done something successfully 10 times, your brain stops questioning whether you can do it. Here is the action step: choose one skill you want to be confident in. Practice it daily for 10 minutes for 30 days or 40 days. Could be public speaking, drawing, cooking, coding, does not matter. The repetition rewires your brain. Dr. Joseph puts it perfectly: there is no substitute for repetition. You cannot be good at something you don't do all the time. Pillar number 2: control your inner dialogue, which is to address your emotional quotient. Your self talk is either your biggest cheerleader or your hardest critique. Here is the truth: you talk to yourself more than anyone else talks to you. Make it count. Here is the action step for you: catch yourself mid negative thought this week. When you think, I am so stupid or I always mess up, pause, ask, would I say this to my best friend? If not, reframe it: I am learning, or This is hard and I'm trying. Research shows this simple interruption pattern reduces anxiety by 40% within weeks. Pillar number 3, align with your values, not others' expectation. This is to sharpen and address your spiritual quotient. This one is huge. Therapist Emma McAdam found that people who clarify their core values experience 3x higher confidence levels than those chasing external validation. Here is the action step for you. Write down your top 3 non negotiable values. Mine are authenticity, growth, and compassion. When you make decisions aligned with these, even small ones like how you spend your Saturday, you build trust with yourself, and self trust is confidence. Pillar number 4, use your body to change your mind. This is to sharpen and address your health quotient. Your physiology affects your psychology. Amy Cuddy's research shows that holding a power pose for 2 minutes increases testosterone, confidence hormone, by 20% and decreases cortisol, which is the stress hormone, by 25%. Here is the action step for you. Before any challenging situation, interview, difficult conversations, presentations, stand tall, shoulders back, hands on hips for 2 minutes. Breathe deeply. Your brain will follow your body's lead. Pillar number 5, celebrate small wins obsessively. This will help to improve your emotional quotient and intelligence quotient. We are wired to notice what goes wrong. Confident people train themselves to notice what goes right. Here is the action step for you. And each day by writing down 3 things you did well. Not achievements, just moments where you showed up. I spoke up in the meeting. I tried that new recipe. I went for a walk even though I did not feel like it. This practice literally rewires your reticular activating system to scan for evidences of your capability instead of your inadequacy. Now, let's integrate this into your daily life using the 4Q approach. In the morning, for 5 minutes, work on your health quotient, power pose plus 3 deep breaths. Work on your SQ, which is the spiritual quotient. Read your 3 core values aloud. That will give you confidence. Throughout your day, practice IQ, practice your chosen skill for 10 minutes. And also to sharpen your EQ, catch and reframe one negative thought going through your head. In the evening, just for 3 minutes, focus on your emotional quotient and intelligence quotient by writing your 3 small wins. That's it. 18 minutes total. No overwhelm, no perfection required. The magic isn't doing this perfectly once, it's in doing it imperfectly for 30 days and watching who you become. Let me address what you are probably thinking. But what if I fail? Failure is data, not identity. Every confident person you admire has failed more times than you have tried. The difference, they did not let failure define them. Second doubt you may have, like, this feels selfish. Building confidence is not selfish, it's necessary. You cannot pour from an empty cup. The more confident you become, the more you can serve others from overflow, not depletion. Other doubt you may have, like this: I don't have time. You have time for what you prioritize. If 18 minutes feels like too much, start with 5. Progress compounds over time. Here is what I want you to remember: confidence is not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming more of who you already are, without apology, without pretense, without permission. You don't need to fake anything. You need to practice, reflect, align, and celebrate. That's it. Start with one pillar today, just one, and watch what happens when you stop performing confidence and start building it. If this resonated, drop a comment telling me which pillar you are starting with. I read every single comment and I am cheering you on. Until next time, keep discovering yourself.